Hannah Murray on TRE in the afternoon.
Joining us on the line now is Javeno McLean, a personal trainer, community champion and owner of the award-winning J7 Health Centre in Blackley, Manchester. He's best known for his inspirational, life-changing personal training with the disabled, sick and elderly in his community. His uplifting videos have captured the hearts of millions around the globe. You Are Not Your Limits is his inspiring story. Welcome to the show, Javeno.
Oh, that was a wonderful intro. That was brilliant.
Well, I think you're wonderful. You're doing some amazing things. It's such a lovely story. Tell us how it all started, when you started doing this.
I started doing this, girl, when I was 16. I was just a cocky, nosy 16-year-old who just felt like I could bring happiness to a disabled man. And I've just I've never stopped. It's just gone from strength to strength. And I've just tried to pour my heart and soul into just trying to give humanity a reason to smile again since I was 16, man. And I'm just so glad that I've stuck with it.
Oh, it's really lovely. I bet every day, not only you're bringing smiles to other people, but bringing smiles to the people that you're working with and yourself. I mean, it's literally smiles all round.
Definitely. I know what it is as well. I just think we're so lucky to be who we are, and we're so lucky. Sometimes we just forget the language of gratitude, and that's what this book is about. It's just letting sure people know what really counts in life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So tell us about a typical person that will come in to your health centre or your gym and what they're looking to achieve and how you help them do that.
God, this is a wonderful question, but it can be a sad question as well, and it'll kind of explain my energy. The typical person coming into my gym could be a young person with cerebral palsy, a young person with Down syndrome. It could be an elderly person with dementia who's not remembered his wife for 40 years. Real story. It could be, I've got many terminally ill people who are suffering with cancers and other illnesses that are incurable. That there's a countdown to when they're going to take their last breath. So those are the kind of clients that I get. And my only mission is to give them guys a reason to be really happy and smile right in the moment and just be as present as we can and make them forget that all these horrible things are going on in their life. And do you know what I mean? That's the only thing that I can do. I can do my best to try and make them forget.
Yeah. And, I say smiles all round, but there must be moments that aren't so smiley. And, those stories you just said are heartbreaking. There must be times for both you and the people that you're working with that aren't all happy and are really struggling with the reality of what they're going through.
100%. But at the end of the day, we're all human, and we're all connected as humans. We all experience human struggle, despite our age or background or ability or disability. When I showcase to the world people that are just overcoming and fighting through some of life's hardest situations, you can't help but smile and be inspired and instantly just want to do more and be more active, because I think my kind of work makes you automatically go, I can do a lot more than what I ever thought I could.
Yeah. And what's your background? How did you come to do this? You were in sports, weren't you, yourself?
Yeah. I was a cricket player. I was an elite cricket player. And then I kind of fell out of love with cricket. But I've been training since I was 6 years old. I was a psycho at 7 years old. In primary school, I was doing 100 press-ups a day. But my background is cricket. I was an elite cricket player. I played for quite a few different teams. And yeah, I've always been into just the physicality of sport and also the mental side of it, but also the joy that I got from sport. I always wanted to give that to other people as well in my own different way.
Yeah. So a lot of the people that are coming into the gym must have difficulties with movement, depending on what's going on with their bodies. How do you tackle that? How do you know how to handle the different conditions?
I freestyle it. I go off my gut feeling, and it's a challenge that I always want the client. We work it out together. Obviously, I know if someone's in a wheelchair, there's certain capabilities, but I never assume anything. A lot of people just assume somebody in a wheelchair can't walk. A lot of people in wheelchairs can actually do have some use of the legs. So what I do is I try and approach it in a way where it's a team effort, and we try and create challenges together that we both are uncertain if they can do it. That way, that's why it's so genuine. And if you ever see my work, the celebrations are so genuine because we both didn't know it was possible until we did it together. So I think it's always about just rolling the dice and just kind of coming out of the box, treating people normal and just giving people a reason to be challenged. I think sometimes disability kind of puts a blanket on people and smothers that enthusiasm to be challenged. And I just wanted to free that up a little bit.
Oh, definitely. It must be so lovely for a lot of these people who have been looked over or dismissed or had assumptions made about them. Suddenly you saying, you know, just asking them the question. So do you have anything that hurts? Can you stand up? Can you move your arms? And, you know, speaking to them like they're human beings that they are.
Definitely. And I think there's just so much power in normality. Just the smallest acts of inclusion can change someone's life. And with me, girl, I will always find a way. You best believe I'm gonna find a way. If an example being, I've got many young lads who love football, but they might be in the wheelchairs. They might not have use of the legs. I'm gonna find a way that you're gonna move that ball. I'm gonna find a way that we can play football today. I've got a girl who loves basketball, but she's not really got the use of her hands to hold the basketball. I will find a way to make her play basketball. And that's my kind of approach with it all. Finding a way, being as creative as I can, and just showing as much personality as I can. Just trying to make these people achieve wonderful things and make them just feel valued and seen.
Oh, definitely. They must be so used to hearing people say to them, you can't do that, or them saying to themselves, I can't do that. So it must be so refreshing to have you saying, yeah, you can. Let's do it. Let's find a way of doing it.
100% good. That's what it's about, positivity. And when you uplift people and empower people with just relentless love and care, there's no telling how high you can go, because I do truly believe that you are not your limits. And that's why the book is named that, because that's what I kind of practice and preach every single day to people.
Yeah. There must be a lot of emotions there, as well as smiles. There must be a lot of tears when people achieve things with you that they didn't think they could.
110%, man. These are my people, man. I love them to death. These are people that, with or without the cameras and the attention that's on my work, I've been doing this for 23 years for free. I've never took a penny off anybody, because I just generally want to help people. And I want to help people because I don't get paid by financially getting money off anybody. I get paid by the happiness that I see that filters through to that person's family. When that person is just living again, that person's got the strength to start going cinema again. That person got the strength to start new hobbies. The person got the strength to make new friends and just feel. The other day, one of my young girls, for the first time in 4 years due to her cancer, put her hair in pigtails with pink thingamajiggies in them. That to me, that's how great is that? That's amazing. I feel that's my payment when I see young people and old people just living life the way that they should be and enjoying every moment of life. And the smallest things in life are the greatest things. And I just love sitting back and watching it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I mean, there must be like a waiting list for people to come and see you. Is there? How do people get in and get an appointment? How does it all work?
Right. I'm a really bad businessman. I'm so bad. I'm great at my job. I'm the worst businessman in the world. So there is a waiting list, but I've got a problem with saying no. If I train up to 30 clients a week for free, disabled clients. I've trained 7 this morning alone just today. And even though I've not actually got space, as long as I'm living, as long as I'm breathing, I will try my best to fit you in if I can. And if anybody wants to get in, either message me. If I do see it, I will respond. Or if you're local, just pop in and say hello. Give me a cuddle and we'll see if we can work something out.
Amazing. So do you generally spend the same amount of time with each client? Does it have to be like an hour, for example, or does it depend on the client?
Depends on the client. It's usually between 30 minutes and 40 minutes.
Okay.
But that's not even the problem for me. My main thing is, can I make him laugh? No, not like a giggle. I'm talking laugh, belly laugh. I need to make him laugh like that within the first 5 minutes. And if I do that, I've got him for the next 30, 40 minutes. It's easy. It's light work.
Brilliant. And it's incredible how many, well, it's not that incredible because you're doing such a great thing, but how many celebrity fans you've got. I saw all the quotes on your book from everyone, from Michelle Pfeiffer to Davina McCall to Craig David, Gabby Roslin. They're all big fans of you and what you do, which is lovely.
Yeah, it's wonderful. They're good people, man. And these are people that I'm a British man, so obviously I know who these people are. But it humbles me that these people, and they've supported me for a long time. And I'm just very grateful, and I'm very blessed that my work has reached these people who genuinely love what I do. And it blows me away to this day.
Yeah. And tell us one of the stories you talk about in the book, which was sort of near the beginning of your journey, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is the story about Kira and her progress, who was going through chemotherapy. Can you tell us about her?
Kira is a young, beautiful girl. She's a diva. I don't know sometimes she thinks she's Beyonce or Celine Dion. She's feisty. But she had a really bad brain tumor. And she beat it. But the chemotherapy really damaged all of her nerves. So the girls had to learn to just be human again, walk, talk, and do everything again. And she's just so resilient, man. So I've put it on her. I've not messed about with her. I know I've really worked hard on her because I know she deserves it. She deserves to do normal things again, which she's so desperate for. And I'll never give up. I know a lot of people have told her certain things will never happen with me. I will never ever take that approach. We're going to work hard. We're going to achieve. And there's no end date to this. This is what I say to all of my clients. It's not like in the hospital or the NHS where they give you 6 weeks and then they say, yeah, ta-da, see you in a bit. With this, you've got me for life, man. As long as I'm here, we can still work and we can still try and achieve things together.
Oh, lovely. And I hate to ask because it's all so positive what we're saying, but have there been some, because you've been doing this for many years now, there must have been people who you've worked with who have sadly passed away. There must have been some sad moments when that time has come.
Oh, there's been so many, man. There's been so many. And the thing is, it doesn't get any easier. These are like, especially my elderly clients, there's been so many that have passed away. But the saving grace for me is when I see that person's family and they tell me maybe it's little, just really personal things that make my heart smile. They tell me things that make me go, I'm proud of myself and I'm proud of who I am. When they say things like, if it wasn't for me, they would have lost their mum or their grandma 5-6 years earlier. Mm. That to me is worth more than any check or any kind of money. And even though it's horrible losing people, knowing that I've impacted that person's life in such a way that the family now respect me and kind of have brought me into their family, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just a wonderful honour. It really is.
Yeah. And it must really upset you because it certainly upsets me, that there's a real dismissal that sometimes happens, not just of disabled people, but also of elderly people, with some, not all obviously, but some young people thinking, oh, they're just old and, dismissing them as irrelevant members of society and things like that, which is utterly heartbreaking. That must really upset and annoy you when you see that, because you're obviously seeing a different side to people and seeing how lovely they are.
Yeah, man, we're all human and we all deserve to be seen and valued and listened to. And sometimes the world right now, girl, is in a really horrible place. And I'm trying my best, man. I can't change the world, but what I can do is change my street, change my community, change my area, change my neighborhood, and then I can eventually try and change the country, and then I can positively try and change the world in my own special way. And elderly people sometimes get thrown in the corner. Disabled people sometimes get thrown in the corner and just a blanket thrown over them. I don't like that. As a human, that's quite embarrassing that we can be like that and we can treat each other like that. Mm. So I'm just trying to set the example of nothing like a hero. I'm not trying to be a hero or set the example of somebody perfect or a savior. I'm just trying to set the example of how we should all be treating each other anyway.
Yeah, for sure. And the amazing thing is, with social media and the way you're able to share these videos online, there is no reason why you can't be making a difference throughout the world. Even though people physically need to come to your studios in Manchester, people can see your videos the other side of the world and think, oh, I want to do something like that. You can inspire other people to do the same kind of things in their community.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not hard. All you need is a heart. You don't need a 12-pack. You don't need the greatest bum or the biggest biceps in the world. All you need is a heart and some eyes and just the power to approach people if you see them. Approach somebody who may need approaching. Give somebody a hug who may need a hug. Give somebody some eye contact who may need some eye contact. It's just simple human behavior. I think that's what we're lacking. But that's where I truly believe all the power is, man. Just being the greatest simple human that we can be.
Yeah. And also opening gym spaces up to everybody. You know, gyms can often be really intimidating places to go, even for people who aren't older or aren't disabled. You know, if you feel like you're not as thin or don't have the six pack or whatever as you should do, that it can be an intimidating place to be. So it's also a nice idea that you've created this environment that anyone can go to.
Definitely, feeling safe is so important, especially in the gym environment. It can be very negative, and that's what people have always said. But I think it needs to change. The way people view exercise needs to change. The way people view disability needs to change. And I'm just trying my best to showcase to people what it should be, which is just humans overcoming struggle and just showcasing how wicked and sick we are. Because we are pretty sick, aren't we, as humans? We do amazing things. You know what I mean? We do amazing things.
Oh,
and we don't
definitely.
celebrate.
Definitely. Oh, it's a great message. I think it's brilliant what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And
I will.
and inspiring the world. And if people want to get a copy of your book, it's called You Are Not Your Limits. It's available on our website, tre.radio, and it's by Javeno McLean, who we've been chatting with today. Javeno, thank you so much. You're amazing.
Thank you so much, darling. Have a lovely day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, darling.